All right, Curtis Millender is joining us on the show for the first time. He's coming back in the Bellator cage next Friday, Bellator 242, taking on Sabah Homasi. Curtis, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It has been a crazy year for the sport and for you. You returned to Bellator, this time as an active member of the roster in January. You took on Moses Marietta. You looked terrific in that fight, and he got the win, and he got to do it in front of people, which a lot of fighters cannot say in 2020. So what was that night like for you, getting back in the Bellator cage, your first fight since the UFC release, and having a performance like that?
That night was awesome. You know, it meant a lot because I got to go out there and show that I'm not just a striker. I can take you down. I can go for submissions. I can do different things. And then just the whole stress of not fighting from April to January, and the uncertainty that I had, like just leading up that whole 8 months, it was a real stressful second half of 2019. I'm actually having a better time this year than I was this time last year.
Did the whole scenario just like feel different to you? Like, did you feel like a different fighter compared to maybe the Bilal fight, getting back in that cage? Did you feel like almost rejuvenated in a way, being back in that environment?
Yeah, I had a lot of time off, so I got to heal up a lot. I got to sit down and refocus and go over things and to see what kind of fighter I wanted to be and how I want to, kind of go with the second half of my career. So I had to step up some things.
Since that fight, a global pandemic has taken the world by storm. It halted operations for Bellator for a while. They're obviously back up and running now, but you mentioned 2020 has been a better start to the year than 2019 was for you. What has this time off been like for you?
I got to get in the gym, lift some weights. I've never been big on lifting weights in preparation for fights. So I got to add that to my repertoire. Sit down, studying a lot more fights, more conversations with my coaches and other people about fighting. So just mentally, physically, like I've been able to put a little bit more into fighting and without the stress of getting ready for a fight. So it's been just a big learning curve.
I was speaking with Aaron Pico last week, and he said that he was made aware that Bellator was targeting July, August to get back to work, and he actually made himself a fight camp. Like he had about a 9 or 10 week training camp. He had no idea who he was going to fight. He just looked at a date and said, "Looks like we're going to fight at this time." So at least he did what the 2020 version of a fight camp can be and started preparing. But when were you sort of made aware that everything was going to get back up and running for Bellator, they're getting ready to turn the lights back on, and that you could be getting back in there and getting a fight?
I knew towards the beginning of June. I was scheduled to fight May 29th. So when they canceled that, I want to say like a week or two later that they said that probably July, August was going to be around the time they're going to start bringing fights back for Bellator. So I was able to get, pretty much stay in shape. I wasn't in full-fledged camp mode, but like I said, I was doing a lot of things to mentally and physically prepare for fights without putting the stress on my body from a camp. So
back-to-back fights, you have like a 7-month layoff between fights. This is not like you. Usually you're, 3-4 months at the most. Like, do you prefer, like, once this fight ends and Bellator keeps going here, do you want to just get back to what you normally do, get in there every couple of months?
Yeah, I'm ready. I like to fight 3 to 4 times a year. Just sitting around has been way too much sitting around. I'm getting heavy and having to go weight classes. I like to be active. That's my thing. 3 to 4 fights a year minimum.
Sabah Homasi, he wasn't the original plan, right? Is that accurate? I thought you had maybe somebody else lined up.
Yeah, I was. So originally was supposed to fight Schilling May 29th. That fell apart. And then I was supposed to fight Tony Johnson this past Friday. And but so now I have Homasi. But at this point in my career, everybody's gonna do the same thing. So I'm once I start punching them in the face, once they see the speed, once they see the power and the way I move, they're gonna start diving for the legs. So at this point, there's not gonna be too much that I haven't seen.
Yeah, Sabah had a run in the UFC as well. Didn't go swimmingly for him, but he's won his last 2 fights. I was at his last fight where he had the 17-second knockout in August, but he likes to get in there and stand and bang and finish fights in violent fashion. I know you're no stranger to that as well. So from a stylistic perspective, you have to be loving this fight, right?
Yeah, I love it. But like I said, everybody turns into a wrestler once they actually got to stand in front of me and they see what I bring to the striking game. Maybe half a round before he starts shooting.
Does it change things up at all in terms of preparation? Like, you've been in the game for a while now. Like you said, not a lot changes for you, but I can't imagine too much is going to change for you going from one opponent to the next, right?
No, not at all. I'm always focused on what I can do and my skill set. And like I said, this last year, I've been getting back on the mats, wrestling a lot more, grappling a lot more, doing a lot of competitions, just so I can be comfortable showing everything. Not just, I know I can do it, but I haven't had the complete confidence that I can do it like on, when it's time to do it. So that's what I've been working on.
What does that confidence mean to you now that you have it and you're feeling it? What does that mean to you?
It means everything. It's now that I know I can do it whenever I need to, however I need to. I'm going out there to apply it. I need to get some submissions. These next 2 or 3 fights, I'm going for submissions.
Did you watch the card on Friday?
Yes, I watched most of the prelims. I didn't get to watch. I watched the main and the co-main, but and all the prelims. But I missed the opening, Pico and the fight right after.
What did you sort of take away from the execution in this COVID-19 era we're a part of? Because it seemed like everything went off without a hitch and was pretty well done.
Yeah, it was smooth. Usually the Bellator cards are really long. They feel like they're really long. And this was like nice, smooth, short, simple. Here, let's fight. Here's some hype for the next one. Let's some more fights. And it was awesome. I liked it.
How do you see this all going down next Friday night? You want to go for a submission? Do you see it ending in a submission next Friday?
I see it ending with a finish. That's the only way I'm going to get what I want is go out here and finish these dudes. So.
And what do you want? Because you did say after your last fight, you had your eyes locked on MVP, on Michael Page. That's a fight you want. And obviously, we don't want to look past Sabah next week. But is that still kind of what you're looking at if all goes well?
That's always there. But, we've been paired and matched so many times and I'm not the one saying no to where, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm sure anybody that's going to get me get me closer to the belt, being the top of the heap, getting paid like I think I should, like I feel like I should. That's what I want.
How many times have you been offered that fight?
4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
The last time,
last time on a week's notice when he had his best chance, he didn't take it. So,
wow. I saw an Instagram post of yours a while back. I'm pretty sure this is you, and if it's not, then I'm gonna eat some crow here. But you were wearing like a WWE face mask, and you said that you were a WWE fan for life. Do you still watch WWE now? Like, I have to be honest with you. I've tried. Oh,
wait, is it this right? Oh yeah. Always.
See, that era I was very much into, but now it's got to be tough for me. It's a little tough for me, man. Do you watch now?
I watch now. I remember my sons; they're big fans too. So I watch it now. I find people to like to make me stay interested. So there's a lot of guys who are connected to the older guys that work out for me.
Who do you watch? Who do you guys like to watch?
Randy Orton. And I like Bray Wyatt, The Fiend. His mic work, it brings me back to the day, like Stone Cold, listen to The Rock, Stone Cold, those guys on the mic. So it's fun. I still find like the gyms that kind of keep me interested.
Yeah, I was actually at WrestleMania 14 when Steve Austin won the title for the first time against the guy you're wearing right now, against Shawn Michaels.
I know. Shawn Michaels is my favorite of all time. So
yeah, not a bad person to put in that category. But Curtis, I appreciate the time, man. Looking forward to seeing you back in there. I'm glad Bellator's back to work and we get to see you in an exciting fight with Sabah Homasi, and looking forward to see what 2020 is going to look like for you towards the end. All the best to you next Friday, and thank you for the time, man.
No problem. Thank you very much. Have a good one.